Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, what's good? If you're new, hey boo, I am back with another video, okay? So hello to you all, okay? And hopefully y'all have been having a lovely, prosperous week so far. We are smooth sailing into this new year, and hopefully y'all are enjoying the new year so far. Hopefully y'all are staying safe and warm in this cold burr weather, okay? So we are just gonna hop straight into the video. Your growth will trigger others because you are not in the same headspace as you once were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I feel like it's important for me to make this video coming up until New Year, because I just feel like it's some people that may want to hear a video like this, because maybe you have decided to cut certain things and certain people about your life coming into the new year, or you may be a person that has already been on your growth journey. You have already cut these people off. It's probably been a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long, and you are trying to stay on this narrow path towards greatness, okay? Especially in the new year, you want to keep that same strength, you want to keep them same boundaries, you want to keep this energy for the entire year. And some people are going to be triggered by the fact that you have decided to grow in certain areas of your life. If you are the type of person that might have had it hard coming up, now I'm a firm believer that whatever place you are at in your life, you tend to attract those certain type of people into your life, okay? It's something that connects y'all to why you are going through certain things. And the number one way you are going to know that you are elevating in life is when you are coming up against certain opportunities, certain situations, and it seems as though, and it's gonna sound weird, it seems as though you are alone. You don't have these people in your corner no more. You don't have nobody to really call. You don't have nobody. It's gonna seem as though you are lonely, like you on this road alone, like you really don't have anybody to relate with. It's the number one way to know that you have elevated, that you have grown so much, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. A lot of people have elevated physically. You all into your fitness. You love eating clean. You just want to have a fresh start for a new year. And this might have been something like, it might have been people that have just started, and it might be people that has been on this journey for a while. So they just kind of just, you know how you get that renewed strength, like, you know, you've been strengthening yourself up for so long. You want to keep the ball rolling. You want to keep on going. You want that motivation. You want that ambition to keep steady pressing and going forward. With your faith in the Lord, your belief in the Lord, your prayer life is what's going to keep you going and pushing forward in this life. And you are going to come to certain instances to where certain people are probably going to be dropping out of your life like flies. You know how you spray that bug repellent and them flies get to dropping? That is what it's going to be when you start to see that you are growing. You are not really going to realize how far on your path you have come, because you are so laser focused on whatever your purpose and your plan is for your life. You might have got to a certain point in your life to where you may not even recognize how far you have came on your growth journey. And that's a good thing. That's the number one way to let you know that you are distraction free, okay? There's nothing, you have been able to achieve things because you haven't had any distractions. And that's what's been kind of keeping you pushing and going forward, just having this certain mind frame to where you are really laser focused on whatever you are trying to do. And all the distractions are around you. You're going to have so many different distractions, especially when you start your growth journey. It's going to be hitting you left and right. It's going to be those people that's going to come around you, and it's going to seem as though they are triggered by a certain path that you are taking with your life. And y'all already know I'm going to give y'all a testimony of what it's like on your growth journey. It's lonely on the way up. And I heard somebody say this. It's lonely on the way up. It literally is. That's why I always come and reiterate this on my channel all the time, that being in constant prayer with the Lord, you need that constant spiritual strength and mental strength in order to keep this growth journey going, in order to keep this sort of mindset. Because when you go in a certain place in your life, everybody is not going to be able to go with you. The people that was a part of your life before, you might have been indulging in certain things that don't really fit with the path that you are taking with your life now. It just served as a big distraction. You seen that you wasn't getting no results, and it seemed as though you was at a standstill. You was stuck and stagnant in one place, and then now all of a sudden you have seen this elevation, whether you have been on this growth journey for years or you just started. When you start something, it don't have to be no big grand step that you are taking. Like, just a little bit of making a change makes all the difference in your growth journey and where you are trying to go. And what do we do when we start out something? We start with baby steps, right? If y'all parents, y'all know how that is. When you have a baby, your baby's started crawling, And then next thing you know, they pulling themselves up, they grabbing and tugging onto certain furniture in the house. They get tired of you trying to help them how to walk. They want to be able to do it by themselves. They start crawling. Then next thing you know, they starting to slowly but surely start to walk. And I'm kind of use that analogy in the sense to where it's going to seem as though when you are on a growth journey, it's going to be kind of like in a sense to where you are going to be so focused to the point where you are not really going to notice certain people's behavior, how people may be reacting to this life change that you are making on your growth journey, because you are focused on your purpose. And so it's going to kind of take you off guard when you start to see that this person ain't really calling you no more. They're not really texting you no more. They're not really inviting you to things no more. Because just like, I'm just kind of go back to a woman video that I had seen a few weeks back where she said, your growth makes people uncomfortable. And so it's going to get to one of those instances where you are going to start to notice people's behavior change. Okay. And it's just going to be kind of like, it's going to kind of catch you off guard, because these are certain people that have been a part of your life for a while. And then now all of a sudden you want to make a change. It's not, let me just say this. When you decide to make a different change with your life on your growth journey, it's not nothing that's all of a sudden. You know, you ain't just wake up one day and just say, oh, I want to change. This is something that you have been probably pondering on for a while. Like, you know that you have to make this change in order to get certain results. And so you've been really strong in your faith and your belief in the Lord. You have been walking with him. You have been alone a lot, you know, and you might have got to certain instances to where you may feel sad, because when you decide to do certain things, like I said, it really don't have to be anything too grand, like starting a business, just anything like that. It can really just be cutting certain things out of your life. Like I said, previous videos back, you might have cut drugs and alcohol out of your life. You are going to lose so many people from your life when you decide to get rid of things like that. You might be abstaining from sex. You are going to lose certain people when you are on the path towards celibacy or abstinence. You are going to start to notice that some friends may not want to hang around you. That guy may stop calling you. You know, you notice that you're not really getting asked out on dates no more because you're not putting out like you used to years ago, or however long it's been that you have been on your abstinence journey. And you are just going to start noticing that people are fading up out of your life. And it's not to the point to where you feel as though, like, when you're on the growth journey, I'm trying to find the right wording to where this can be more clear to y'all. It's just kind of like when you are deciding to make a change with your life, you ain't doing this for the approval of other people. You know, this is something that is for you. You want different results, and you know that this is something that you have to do in order to succeed, in order to prosper, in order to grow, you know. And so everything else and everybody else fall to the wayside. And so, like, say for instance, we are going to take it all the way back. I'm going to try not to get emotional in this video, because like I said, I'm a living testament to people changing up. You know, when you decide to make a change with your life, people acting funny and things like that. When you come from a rough life, let's say for instance you was born into dysfunction, there was no way that you were supposed to get where you are today, because you didn't have that sort of mind frame. You didn't have good influences. You didn't have people pushing you, telling you that you are great. You got so much greatness from within you. I see more in you. I want to motivate you. You never really had that coming up. And so it's just kind of like you are the only person that you had to become your own motivator. That's where the Lord stepped into your life. You didn't have nobody else. If you are a person that has dealt with being alone a lot, you always been that person that's been solo dolo. No friends, no family really. Just no support system at all. Your mother, your father, just anybody. You just always felt as though you was alone. That is why you have so much of a strong belief in the Lord, is because he was the only person that was there when you had nobody. And so you had to be your own motivator. You had to push yourself up, keep yourself going. When the going to get tough, you had to be the person to push yourself to keep steady going. You ain't count on nobody else to be there to push you forward, because you know that they wasn't going to be on board with it. Because like I said, if you have been surrounded by dysfunction your entire life, you had to be your own motivator. You had to be your own guidance counselor. You had to be your own life coach. You had to be your only go-getter. Okay, you ain't had nobody leading you along the way except yourself and Holy Spirit, the Lord. And so if you have came to certain instances to where, like I said, if you came from a rough life, it's going to be so many people that is going to be intimidated by your growth journey. Okay, they never expected you to have the certain man frame and certain strength to get to where you are now. even to even make a step towards change. They never thought that you had the ability to do that. Okay, these might have been people that tried to tear you down your entire life. You might have been picked on and bullied and ostracized and singled out your entire life, and that did nothing but push you and grow you. See, if you are the type of person, and we're gonna talk about being set apart, okay? It's a lot of people on here faking like they being set apart, but really the ones that's really being set apart, they know how it feels to be alone. When you don't have nobody. When I say literally nobody but the Lord, okay? If you have had one of those instances to where you just decided, like I said, if you was born into dysfunction, then it's going to be an even tougher job for you to step out of your shell, for you to step into your calling, your purpose, whatever direction you are taking with your life. It's going to be more of a task in order for you to do that because of the certain obstacles that have been thrown up against you since birth. You are the one that is breaking the mold within the family. You are the one that's breaking generational curses by the change that you are making with your life, with your growth. That's why you're going to have people that's going to be highly intimidated by it. And in the beginning, because I'm speaking from personal experience, in the beginning, like I said, you ain't gonna notice it, but then once you notice that you come across certain people and they see the change on your life, you ain't doing this no more, you ain't doing that no more. When you start to notice, it's really gonna take you by surprise, especially when it comes to certain people that you have been a part of your life for so long, and you would think that these would be the type of people that would cheer you on, that would be proud of you. And you are going to get certain instances, like I said, you are going to get that uncomfortable kind of energy when you start to make a change with your life. People are just, you are going to get a lot of silence. If you ever had one of those instances where you told somebody something about something that you are doing in your life, if you tell this person, you will get silence. It'll seem like it's crickets. It'll seem like this person is kind of hesitant. You can feel negative energy. You can sense when a person is not happy for you. And it's actually kind of painful and hurtful to even be sitting up here talking about this. But this is the whole part of growth. This is the whole part of branching off on your own, okay, so to speak. Coming out from among a certain kind of structure, a certain kind of man frame, a certain kind of generation. You might have been the type of person that has been programmed to operate, think, and do certain things a certain way because that's how you was raised. You know, like I said, you might have been the type of person that had never had any positive role models and influences in your life trying to motivate you to do better. The only person that you had to keep you going was yourself and the Lord. And these people are going to be intimidated. They are going to be envious and jealous of your growth. And that's something that you have to be ready to mentally and emotionally brace yourself for, because it is really going to hurt when you see that certain people are not on board with you. They are not there to cheer you on. When they see that you have broke a certain mold, you are going to be expecting these people to be there clapping for you, and you are going to be shell shocked by the response you are going to get from certain people. And that's just something you have to be ready for. You probably have been seeing it already. Say for instance, you are a person that, and I said I was gonna make the video about the drugs, y'all. This is so crazy because for the people that's been waiting for a video about the drugs, I am still gonna make it. Like, let me just tell y'all this, and I swear, I made this video on the day before New Year's, and I somehow ended up erasing it. Like, I was so mad because I didn't even finish recording the entire video about the drugs. I think I got like halfway through it and I saved it. And when I went back, you know how when you create any type of videos, y'all already know, for the content creators, you would have to constantly keep on cleaning out your phone storage because you got so many different videos in your phone. And in order to record more, you have to erase certain things out of your storage so that you can have more room for other new videos. And so my slow self ended up erasing a video that accident, and I didn't even try to do that, but I don't have a problem with coming to remake videos that I have deleted. But anyways, just speaking on the topic, if you are the type of person that has decided to stop drinking or smoking or something like that, say for instance, you may be the person that people in a family called the alcoholic, the drunk one. You was always the one that seemed to be all over the place all the time, or you was always the person that was always getting high. It don't matter what substance it was. You was always the one that people was talking bad about because of certain things you was doing. And once you decide that you don't want to do these things no more, like say for instance, you might have been a person, and this is another way you are going to know that a person is trying to block your growth. If you are a person that has dealt with an alcohol addiction, I know this firsthand because I come from a family like this, okay? The number one reason why these people are triggered by your new life change is because they never took you seriously before, okay? Especially if you are a person that used to indulge in drugs. Nobody really take you seriously when you are off some sort of drug, and I learned that. Even when I told y'all about my mother being addicted to crack cocaine, I didn't really have, and I'm just coming and just admitting this, God rest my mother's soul, I didn't really have that much respect for my mother.
Hold up, wait a minute, and let me put some chirping in it, okay? But I had to pause this video to kind of insert this in here. Now, when I said I didn't really have much respect for my mother, I wasn't being blatantly disrespectful to my mother. I had a certain level of respect for my mother, but some of the respect was lost due to her drug addiction, okay? So I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea that I was just cursing my mama out, trying to fight my mama, just outright blatantly disrespecting my mama. Nah, I still gave my mother that level of respect just because she was my mother. I never was out of pocket with my mother.
I didn't take her serious a lot of times because of the certain path she was taking with her life. I see that she wasn't taking herself seriously, so I didn't take her seriously because she was out here doing drugs. And for people that have parents that do drugs, you know exactly how that is. You may get to certain instances where you feel as though you are the parent. There's plenty of times to where you have probably had to step up and be that parent. It's a lot that comes along with your strength. That's why I say why the Lord has been so heavy in my life is because there was times where I had no other choice but to be strong. I had to be my own leader. I had to be my own cheerleader in my life. And that's why I come and always say that I've been on this growth journey for a while, even before I even started my channel. But just back to the whole drug thing. If you have been the type of person where nobody ever really took you seriously because you was doing drugs, you know, alcohol is a drug too. So let's put that in there. A lot of people don't like to see alcohol as a drug because it ain't the strong stuff. It's not crack cocaine. It's not heroin, ecstasy pills, no major kind of drug. So people automatically assume that can't be a drug. Yes, it's a drug. I have heard certain people say, "Ah, well, Jesus drunk wine. So ain't nothing wrong with me drinking it. It ain't nothing wrong with having a little drinky drink every once in a while." I used to hear a lot of people say that, but I had got to a certain point to where I just didn't even want to drink wine anymore, you know? But I have seen what drugs have done to people in my family, and like I said, when you come from a dysfunctional family, you tend to pick up and adapt certain behaviors from your family. And so when it comes to the whole growth thing, when you decide that you don't want to have these things a part of your life no more, you don't want to be tied to it because you have seen the effects of what it has done to other people. I'm the type of person, I would look at what somebody else is doing and I would take a lesson from that. I would say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ever smoke crack cocaine or do heroin or any heavy type of drug because I've seen what it did to my mother. You got some people out here that pick up the same drug habit that their parents had because that's what they used to see, you know? Some people use drugs as a way to feel as though they are still connected to their parents. They feel as though that's the only thing to keep them connected is by doing drugs with them, by doing the same drug that their parents did. They get heavily involved in it, or they get involved in something along the lines of the drugs, drug users, drug dealing, things like that, coming from families like that. Dysfunction. The huge part of your growth journey is unlearning the dysfunction. If you are the type of person that is mentally strong, that's another thing that you will notice that certain people are going to be intimidated by. They see that you are a mentally strong person, even though you may have came to certain instances in your life to where you had them really try to break you down. I'm sorry y'all had got a phone call, but if you have had certain instances where your family has tried to break you mentally and you never really understood why they was always trying to come for you, it's because they may see something on you that's special about you that they want to take from you. Even if it might have been certain instances to where you was making poor decisions with your life, okay? Certain people are comfortable with who you used to be They are not comfortable and they are not on board with who you are today. That's why you may get to certain instances where you decide to make a change. You are going to get crickets of silence. You are going to get some jealousy. You are going to get some pushback with your growth. Okay? They may say something to you. They might just rub you the wrong way. They're going to give out this certain aura and energy that who you think you is. Like, you used to do this, you used to do that. The number one way you're going to know that a person is intimidated by your growth is when they try to throw things back in your face from your past. Certain things that you used to indulge in and things that you used to do. They're trying to throw back in your face certain things that you have done in your life. They really didn't paint the best picture of you. The number one way you are going to know that a person is jealous of your growth and they are intimidated by it and if they are trying to block your path is when they throw certain things in your face to try to make you feel as though you are not worthy of what is deserving of you. You are not worthy of the blessings that the Lord has for you. You are not worthy of the favor that the Lord has up over your life. Like I said, people see your greatness before you do. Okay? Your family, your friends, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend knew the greatness that you had from within you. That's why they came in your life to serve as a distraction. Certain instances to where this person was being extremely toxic and they were trying to break you spiritually. These people might have broke your spirit beyond repair. Okay? The Lord had to step in and do his spiritual and sensitive care work on you. You needed to be put back together. There's no way that they can break you the way that they thought they did. See, they thought they broke you. In certain instances, they probably did break you. But you are at a stronger place mentally now and spiritually than you were. So you are even 10 times, 20 times more of a better person than you was even in your broken moments. Like I said, you are the person that you don't wear your problems on you. You are the type of person that people can dish out so much to you. You are the type of person that has a certain kind of willpower and strength that is anybody else would have broke. People throwing out all different types of spiritual attacks at you. You react differently. You're not popping off from this person. You're not trying to fight this person. It might have been a certain instance to where you feel as though you was embarrassed, like this person literally tried to punk you, embarrass you, humiliate you, bully you. Okay? And it seems as though this person got the best of you. You felt defeated, but you still had a certain strength about you that they was trying to break, that they was trying to take from you. You had a certain willpower and a strength that was unmatched with anything. Especially when you come from a certain life. You come from a certain family. You come from a certain circle. It don't even have to be your family. You may be the type of person that you got away from that dysfunction. If you are a person that grew up with a drug addict parent, 9 times out of 10, somebody in the family had to take you in. A grandmother, an auntie, or uncle, whoever had to step in and take on that parental role of being your parent. And so right then and there, you were saved from the dysfunction. It was dysfunction along the way, but you broke away from that. You were already set up to become this better version of yourself, even when you was younger. The Lord knew that you wasn't going to be able to prosper and grow until you got out of a certain environment from around certain people. He knew this when you were a child. And for the people that come from drug addictive parents, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. See, this is why I come on my channel and I say I don't judge nobody. I don't have room to judge nobody because my past ain't pretty. Okay? I done made some mistakes. I done grew up a certain kind of way. When you break the mold from within the family, you are going to become a threat to certain people. When you decide to make a different change with your life, okay? You are going to get certain instances where people are going to call you stuck up. You think you better than people. You think you better than us. Oh, you ain't drinking no more. You used to be the butt of everyone's joke. People always constantly offering you drinks and stuff, knowing, and see, this is the thing. People know something is not of your character. They know you're not the type of person to be indulging in drugs. They know that you have a pure spirit. It's always been something different and unique about you since you was a shorty. People already seen your pure spirit on you. And so when you start indulging in certain things that is not of your character, people take notice of that. So if you ever had one of those instances to where it seems as though people are always trying to bring you up out of your character, they give you this drink, they give you this cigarette, they give you this weed, and all this and that, knowing that You are not the type of person to even be indulging in that, because if you was to even indulge in certain things like that, it will bring you up out of your character. And that's what people want. They want to see you at your lowest. They want to see you at your most vulnerable, so they can feel like y'all are equal. They know that y'all not equal. They know that you are different. So they want to do everything they can to try to knock you up off your path. Some people may have already witnessed that you're trying to take a different direction with your life. You ain't going with them to do certain things no more. You ain't engaging in certain things no more just because you feel like you have to. If you have ever had certain instances where you feel like you didn't have no other choice because of certain situations that you might have been at a certain point in your life, you felt as though you had to do this because you didn't have no sort of positive influence in your life. People had already knew that this was not your character, this was not you. You know how you see people doing certain things and it just don't fit them? Using profanity, drinking, smoking, all this and that. People know that certain things don't fit with you because you have too much of a pure spirit. You are too different. And so when they see you doing certain things like that, it's just almost as if they get that high. You know, some people get a pleasure out of seeing certain kind of people out of their character. People already knew that you had a pure spirit from the beginning, and they wanted to come and corrupt it. They've been probably doing this since you was a child, trying to corrupt you. When it comes to having a pure spirit and you are being led down a life of corruption, you are being corrupted by your influence, it's some things that is going to be presented to you by the adversary, to where when you try to do it, it's not going to fit. It's not going to look right. You don't look right cursing. You don't look right drinking. You don't look right smoking. You don't look right hanging with, say, if you have ever had certain instances where you've been around certain people and you always feel like you stick out like a sore thumb, that's another way to let you know that you are different from a lot of people. Is when you seem to get in a room full of people and you feel like you stick out like a sore thumb. The reason why you feeling like this is because your spirits are not aligned with what is going on. And so when you start being more comfortable in who you are, you start accepting who you are, you are going to start to live in it. You are going to start to go more towards your purpose. You are not going to care about how other people view you, how they see you. Okay, people are always going to throw back in your face what you used to do in your past. Okay, that's because they are intimidated by your growth. They know that you have grown way, you have bypassed it. You might have been way further along from them for so long. You have came such a long way from where you used to be when it comes to your surroundings, in your mind frame. You have evolved past them. These might be people that are way older than you. They have been a witness to your growth, and it intimidates them. It triggers something from within them. I talked in my video previously about toxic mothers, where I said the #1 way you are going to know of a toxic person is they are not really trying to influence you to do the right thing because they have never made any sort of changes in their life. They may have been a person that has been stuck and stagnant, living a certain kind of lifestyle, doing certain things, just all types of corruptive behavior throughout their entire life. They have never made any changes, you know? Like I said, being stuck mentally, having a certain kind of mind frame. Some people have not evolved past a certain generation kind of curse. So when they see you stepping into your purpose and making a change, they're going to feel some type of way about that. That's when you're going to get that pushback. You think you better than people, running your name through the mud, gossiping about you, painting your face black, people sending all type of word curses and witchcraft spells against you to try to knock you up off your path. And you might have been the type of person where you never knew these people had this sort of feelings towards you. You are going to know a person's real true feelings towards you when you make a change. When you start to grow, that is when you are going to know people's true feelings towards you. You are going to know the ones that belong in your life and who needs to go. That is how you are going to know that you are growing. It ain't going to be comfortable. It ain't going to be no easy breeze on this growth journey. You are going to lose so many people, tons of people. And they're going to be so upset at the level of growth they are witnessing from you. they're going to be so in their feelings about that. Because while they let the enemy use them to try to come and break you, when they witness that their plans was unsuccessful, they're going to feel guilt. They're going to feel angry. They're going to feel uncomfortable. This is why you get to certain instances when you tell certain people certain things, you notice that they get real silent. You can tell that they're not really happy for you. It's because they wanted you to fail from the beginning. They didn't want you to see your greatness. They didn't want you to step into your purpose. They didn't want you to recognize your power. Some people know that you are extremely powerful. You was a powerful person. It's a little slang we used to use back in the day. This person down bad. They out here bad. They done fell off. You might have got to certain instances in your life to where you fell off completely. Okay? It's a mental thing. When you fall off in life, it started mentally. And it started to take effect in other ways. It's like a domino effect when it comes to falling off in life. Start with the man first. And then it trickled over into everything else in your life. And you may see the things in your life are starting to fall apart. That's when you have everybody around you. When your life is falling apart, misery loves company. Some people underestimate that. These are the type of people that feel as though they have to have so many people around them to feel comfortable, to feel loved, you know, to feel like they got that support, when the whole time you don't need nobody but the Lord and yourself to get you through this life. You can't really worry about yourself. You want to lead by yourself. Once you evolve mentally and spiritually, you are not going to care about losing people. You ain't gonna care about losing no friends. You ain't gonna care about losing no family. You ain't gonna care about losing no man or no woman, no husband, no wife, whatever. Okay? Once you start growing in your life mentally, because it all starts with the man first, you are not gonna care about nobody else and what they think. A lot of people are stuck in life because they care too much about what other people are going to think about the direction that they are trying to take with their life. They don't want to be the one that people are calling stuck up. I'm stuck up because I decided I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to drink no more. I don't want to smoke no more. I'm stuck up because I don't want to engage in corruptive behavior. I don't want to do this and that with you. See, certain things that you might have been doing in your life, you was this person partying and crying. Okay? You was this person that was riding along with them with whatever they was doing. Okay? Loyalty. Loyalty to the wrong people. These people ain't never cared nothing about you. They want to keep you stuck in one place in your life. They didn't want to see you elevate and grow at all. You ain't their partner in crime no more. You ain't going to do certain things with them no more. You are doing something totally different in your life. And they are triggered by that. They gonna try to come for you. They gonna try to knock you down. They gonna be so intimidated. They are going to be doing so many things to you that's gonna try to break you. They want to break your confidence. They already know that you the backhead them. They are gonna try to come and knock down everything that you have built in your life. You built this by yourself. You built this. You are breaking generational curses. You are saving many generations to come. You don't care about how they feel about where you are going in your life, because you are living your purpose and you are living for the Lord on your side. When you got the Lord, you don't care about what nobody else think, how they're going to feel about what you are doing. Some people are only comfortable where you used to be. That's why they are triggered by your growth. They are upset. They didn't know the Lord was real until they started seeing the growth in your life. They want you to stay in a certain place in your life. They didn't want you to grow and elevate past that. They want you to keep continuing to be their partner in crime towards a corruptive lifestyle. They didn't want to see you grow. When you told them about that new business that you started, when you told them about this new job that you get, when you told them about this new house that you get, this new car that you get, you looking good, you looking like growth. You ain't this broke, busted, and disgusted person that you used to be back then. You done grew in a physical sense, a spiritual sense, the emotional sense. Them little shady things they used to do and say to you in the past used to really bother you, and now it don't even bother you no more because you have already elevated mentally. The Lord has already been doing his spiritual intensive care work on you over the years, putting you back together. All these things that people have done to you over the years, he's already strengthened you. There's nothing that they can do to break you. They're going to be highly offended by it. The devil is going to use so many different tactics to try to destroy you. When he seen that his plan was unsuccessful with you. Some people are triggered by your growth. And that's not your problem. You keep doing what you are called to do. You keep prospering. You keep continuing to grow. Tell them, baby, I done already did my work. I done already did my homework. I done did all my work plus some. I done did extra credit. I done did everything I was supposed to do to pass this grade and go on to the next level. See, these people, they are mad because they got left behind. They mad because they repeating the same grade over. And you done went grades higher on the spiritual level, on the physical level, on the mental level, on the emotional level. You have bypassed them so far. And this ain't speaking from no arrogant sense. This ain't nothing that you even throwing in their face. It's just they witnessing your growth. Some people are going to be extremely upset with your growth. They are going to try to bait you back into certain behaviors, doing certain things. They want you to be the butt of the joke. They want you to be the person that everybody always talking about. They want to be the one that always go back and report to other people about what you have done. They want to go and make a bad report on you. And when they see they ain't get no bad report, you got all A's on your report card. Outstanding achievement. You ever got the achievement award? I used to stay on the honor roll a lot in school. And every time, I always got the award for Best Achievement Award, Good Citizenship. I always got the award for best behavior. I was always on my best behavior. I was a girl that was always getting picked on and bullied all the time, and I still had good character, even when I was a child. I never was the person that ever just let somebody take me out of character. I'm always on good behavior. It don't matter what situation I'm placed up against, you are always going to be the one that's going to come out on top. You was always the one that always came out on top. The people that's up there in life, they all the way at the top. And you trying to figure out how they get there, it was not easy. These people went through the worst hell to get to where they is. People be thinking that it's gonna be an easy breeze going up. Like, this ain't no, I mean, I understand the whole thing with the motivating yourself, you know, write things down. What's the whole, you know, this new age thing they've been doing now where, you know, it's empowerment, you motivate yourself and all this and that. That's a good thing. But certain people, they had it rough coming up. It wasn't no easy road. These people went through real pain and suffering to get to where they are now. The number one way you're going to know that you have evolved is when you have bypassed certain pains and struggles. When you have bypassed certain obstacles in your life that used to be hard for you back then. It takes tons of mental and spiritual work for growth. And I hope that you are ready. And for the people that has done the work, for the people that are at this level, they are resonating with everything that I'm talking about in this video, good luck, okay? Good luck. Many blessings to you. You are strong. You got through it. We got through it, baby. It's no more suffering anymore. It's over. The suffering is over. You get to glory. You get to shine in all your glory. You get to celebrate. We are going to celebrate our growth this year. And for the people that just starting out their growth, it's a celebration for you too. But for the people that has already grown, if they are already at a certain level, this is a celebration towards elevation. You are constantly elevating. You've been elevated, but you are constantly elevating to a higher level in your life. And there's nothing that nobody can take from you. Nothing. I'm talking about the people that grew up with a crack addicted mother or a crack addicted father, an alcoholic mother or an alcoholic father, and felt like they didn't have no way out of their dysfunction. There was no way that they could have had this growth at this level. When you are the only person out of your entire family that has evolved to a certain level, there was no way you were supposed to make it there because of the certain obstacles you went up against with people trying to destroy you. There's no way you were supposed to make it here. There was no way you're supposed to have this growth in 2024. No way. That's how you know the Lord is real. All things are possible through Christ that strengthens you. You cannot break a person and get their strength through God. That is how you are going to know that the Lord is real, when he moved through certain people's lives, certain things that they have been through. You are a witness to that. I have witnessed it with several other people as well. Came from a rough upbringing, and they came out of that thing shining like a diamond, okay? No rhinestones over here, no fakeness. A rare diamond, honey. You came up out of that dirt like a diamond. You are a diamond in the rough. When you go into the whole thing of not looking like what you've been through. Some people know how to cover up their pain very well. You can tell when people are still hurting and they are struggling with things mentally that they have not done the inner work on, and they have not had the Lord step into their life. You can tell when people have done the work. I have seen this with so many people. I have seen this beautiful energy on. You glow different when you grow. But when you experience growth, you glow differently. And people are going to be a witness to that. And I have witnessed this with so many people. I've had people tell me the same thing too. And it's a great feeling to get past certain obstacles in your life. Things that I have shared with y'all on my channel, those are only pieces of things that I have had to grow past. It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful moment to be a witness to your growth and have other people be a witness to it as well. And you just passing your strength. I've had so many people that have strengthened me in so many ways. They have had their hands in it some type of way. That's how you are going to know that the Lord sends certain people within your path. You know, when you come from dysfunction, it's hard for you to trust people. It's hard for you to open up to people. It's hard to build relationships with people because you have been betrayed so many times. But when you grow, honey, when you grow, you are open to so many relationships and connections with people because you have done the inner work. You have healed. You are ready for the next level. You are able to connect with people. When y'all have that same connection, it's a feeling that's undescribable. But if you have ever came across a certain person, so when y'all just connected, y'all hit it off, like this is a person that you can literally sit up and have hour-long conversations with. And it's good energy. It's reciprocated. Like you can feel that this person is supposed to be in your life is because y'all relate in so many ways. It feel good to transfer good energy. Like when you have that person is reciprocating it back to you, that's a feeling that is just undescribable. It's so, I have met so many beautiful people with beautiful spirits on my growth journey. It was this one woman that, this was when I had first started, no, this was before I had started my YouTube channel. She subscribed to my channel. Her name is Keisha. And I gotta give a shout out to you, girl, because you was a big reason why I was motivated to start my channel. Like this is around the time in my life, and we had some talks about this before, and I hope she don't mind me sharing this. But sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. Like she is one person that I would always give my flowers to because she was always the person that was motivating me. Like before I even stepped on this platform and started making videos, like I was always the person that was making posts. Like things that I'm saying in the video now, I would be seeing them in my Facebook posts. And she was always the one that just motivating me. Like, girl, start that channel. Like, I would literally support you. She had ended up writing a book, and I had ended up supporting her as well. I would always support that woman. Anything she does. Like, I know we don't really keep in contact as much because I'm not really on Facebook as much as active as much as I used to be because I have been solely focused on my channel. I have so many things and great works that I had planned, but that lady has always motivated me. She has always had a beautiful spirit. I love that woman. I always looked at her like she was a sister to me. Like I told her, I remember I told her, I was like, man, you seem more to me like a sister than in my blood. I remember I told her this. And every time I had any contact with this woman, she always radiated beautiful energy. Like I said, you can read people's energy through social media too. Like you can tell when people have a genuine like and interest for you. Even when they post certain comments on your pictures or your posts, just anything that you post, you can tell when a person is posting from the genuineness of their heart and there's no agenda or fakeness behind their energy. I have always got that from her. Always. I love you, girl. If you're watching this, I love you so much. She motivated me so much to start my channel. She just don't even know that she had a part to play in why I started my channel. Okay? You're going to have those people out there. That's why I say it's important for you to be open to growth, because when you be betrayed by so many different people, it can really block your blessings. It can really cause a hindrance in your growth when you develop a certain mind frame to where you don't trust people. You're not going to be able to open to make new connections with people because you are damaged mentally. Okay? You can't let the enemy work against you. That's the enemy working against you when you let him destroy future relationships. And I remember I made a post like this a long time ago back on my Facebook, where I said, don't let people poison your man to the point where you don't want to make connections with new people. The devil don't deserve to have a place up in your life no more. He's already been a part of your life for too long. It's time for him to go. Adios, vamonos. Okay? Bon voyage. It's time for him to go. A lot of y'all have already let him go. Be open and ready for these new changes in your life. I already feel like it's a lot of people on my channel that has made a change with their life. Okay? It's going to be lonely. And I'm just going to tell you that right now. It's going to be times where you're going to feel lonely. Okay? You're going to feel as though you need to reach out to these people, or you wondering about what they're doing. Don't let that be a distraction to where you are going. And it's hard. Like I said, it ain't nothing you're going to be able to do overnight. It's going to take tons of work for you to build up a certain level of mental and spiritual strength to stay focused on your purpose and not let these people distract you. People from your past, they are supposed to stay there. And that's another thing people get misconstrued on this growth journey. They try to bring people back from the past into their future. They are in your past for a reason. You need to keep them there. Because if you let them come into your future to affect whatever plans you got going on in your life, things are slowly but surely going to start to deteriorate in your life. Everything in this life is spiritual. So once you leave a certain kind of mind frame, a certain kind of lifestyle, they are going to be attached to those people. So you got to leave them back there. They have no room for your future. They are going to come and corrupt everything that you build. Some people be feeling guilty about cutting certain people off. And see, I had got to a certain point in my life to where I was feeling guilty about cutting certain people off, and I kind of let them weasel their way back into my life and convince me that I needed to rebuild a relationship with them, and it didn't do nothing but take me back down. It is always worse the second time, third time around when you allow toxic people back into your life. It always get worse. It don't get no better. It get worse. The intensity level of that spiritual warfare gets 20 times worse when you let this person come back. Let them stay gone. Let them be a lesson. Okay? They do not deserve to be a part of your blessings. Okay? This is how I'm going to end this message because I don't want to keep y'all for too much longer. I just been talking and talking and talking. But like I said, I'm always letting the spirit flow through me. Letting the Lord give me the right words to say because I know I'm talking to so many different people. Do not be feeling hesitant or feeling bad about cutting certain people out of your life. They are a lesson and they do not deserve to be a part of your blessing. Okay? It's blessings and it's lessons. I just thought about that Big Sean song, Blessings. I used to love that song, but I don't know why that song just jumped out at me like blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. Like, yes, we are blessings on blessings on blessings in 2024. We are not letting anyone come to destroy our blessings and block our blessings this year. And I'm sitting up here, I feel like my vocal cords, you know how when you be talking for so long, your throat starts to hurt and stuff like that. Let me get a sip of water real quick. That's why I always be asking the Lord, like, Lord, please bless me with this message. Bless me with the longevity and the vocal cords to carry this message how it needs to be carried. Because, man, it takes tons of strength to get on video and record. Like, you got to be in the right headspace. You got to have the right kind of energy because you know that you are putting this out to other people. And I'm always constantly being mindful of my energy and what I put out in the world. I want somebody to be able to take something from this. So I want to come with nothing but the best energy. Okay? God sent kind of energy. But yes, y'all, your growth triggers them. And that is not your problem. Okay? Keep continuing to prosper. Keep continuing to grow. And most importantly, keep continuing to go, honey. We go get us this year. We been go-getters, but we go-getters at a 10th power this year, okay? Nothing is coming and stopping us this year. We ain't gonna even speak that up over ourselves. We ain't gonna even think that there's gonna be some bumps and lumps along the way. We ain't gonna even claim that. Don't even claim that. Claim that you are gonna have a good year. You are going to prosper. You are gonna go. We on go mode this year, okay? So yes, we are coming up on the end of this message. Spirit has left me. Hopefully I was able to take something from this, okay? Continue to protect y'all soul and spirit. And I will talk to y'all in the next video.